Hello, everybody. Welcome to Game Day Picks. I'm Tony T. We're with you here Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, doing live free picks for today's action. So, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications. We love you guys to be live with us. Get the best numbers here with these plays here. And join the chat right now. Right now, we got Brent and Blake in there. So, shout out to those folks. So, be sure to check us out there at tonyspicks.com. Also, a link for our Discord where the conversation continues before and after our live shows. All right, to let you know about a few things, our promo code, you can save 20% off all pre and pick packages. When you use that promo code TonyT at checkout, you can access our page by clicking the link you see there in the description. Click the All Cappers tab and go ahead and get signed up. Always love to hear from you guys, so be sure to go ahead and post your picks that you see there in the comments as well. You may do that. And of course, our site is tonyspicks.com. We're our multi-capper site showcasing top cappers in our industry. Click the links to the hot cappers, get signed up to our long-term passes. Take a look at Mindy, how she's been on absolute fire. 5,600 units of profit for Mindy. Ramon has been hot as well. Go ahead and get signed up to a long-term pass. Also, we have a 2-for-1 capper promotion going on right now. You'll find the link there on our pre and picks page. So guys, go ahead and get signed up. Also, good performance by Nick, Josh, and Daniel as well, performing well. Guys, Tim has been doing good. Guys, click the links, get signed up. You'll find our pre and picks here in the center of the page. Our best bets offer great value. Each capper can release a best bet per day. We're locked and loaded for Friday. $15 premium pick is promotional. Each capper can designate one of their plays on their card as a $15 premium pick to introduce their service to new and existing customers. 3-packs offer great value as well, so you guys be sure to check us out. All right, let's get this one underway. With us today here on Game Day Picks, we got Ramon, Scott, and Mindy Hahn. All right, let's get underway here with Game Day Picks here for Friday. Getting excited here to hit some conference tournament action. And of course, this weekend will end the major conference regular season. So let's go ahead and bring in Mindy. Catch her over at tonyspicks.com, where she has been on absolute fire. You've seen the numbers here for the year. For the first 2 months of this year, it's been outstanding. And ready to go with Mindy. Mindy, how you doing?
I'm doing well, Tony. So ready for Arch Madness. So have you been to the St. Louis Arch before?
I have not, no.
It's scary. Don't do it. I'd rather just go hang out at the brewery across the street. So.
Okay. This is scary. I won't do that. All right. That's a good information there from Mindy. You know, we talked about the unders yesterday, right? Hitting that first game. You know, it opened at 140. So again, what happened in that one was the folks that got it early won, and the sheep got sent to slaughter because they moved that to 133. A huge move.
Right. I know you see that happening just a ton. I can't remember. There was another game I was looking at here earlier that it's the same thing. Like it's moved like 6 points. I mean, these are pretty big swings here. So that's why we do these game day picks and why we do the morning steam. So you get the best lines and don't miss out. Yeah,
don't miss that. Yeah, don't play. You know, you got for those of you that hooked the under in that game with after that 6-7 point line move, man, you deserve to lose, brother. I mean, you just cannot do that. I mean, I couldn't believe how much it moved and how it moved that much. That's because there's people betting at 138, 136, 135, 134. To make it move that much, people are betting at bad numbers. You can't do that.
Right. And it's been happening a lot in the NBA too. I mean, really huge swings there too, more than what we've seen like in the past. And I know it really did that in the NFL this year. Like that was crazy. Like opening lines that say it was like a -3, and then like suddenly they're like +8 by the time of kickoff. I mean, just like huge swing. So gotta always be looking out for the lines. That's for sure.
Always look at that opening number to make sure you're getting the best number when you bet the games. That's very important there because that's a big angle. Under in those Missouri Valley Conference. You had the under hit if you got the opening number or maybe the first or second move. By the time by the sheep got in, you got slaughtered, guys. You got skinned.
Right.
All right. Here we go. Speaking of Missouri Valley, it's St. Louis. No, that's not Missouri Valley. This is. I keep thinking Arch Madness, St. Louis. No, it is the A10 here. Dayton and St. Louis here. Dayton here laying a 1.5 here on the road. Total 136.5.
Yeah, so you have Dayton. They're winners their last 4 out of 5 now. They're 6-4 against the spread in the last 10. You're looking at St. Louis here, winners 3 of 5, 6-1 against the spread in the last 10 here. Dayton also just beat St. Louis pretty bad, 70-56. Both teams also have pretty big wins here over Loyola Chicago over their last 5 here as well. St. Louis, I think they're a little bit better home team than maybe Dayton is as an away team. But if you take a look at overall some of these numbers, Dayton here has a better field goal percentage right now. They're sitting at 47%. And in conference play, they've been shooting close to almost 55% here. While St. Louis has kind of gone the other way from about 45, 43. Now they're shooting at about 40% here as of late. Dayton does have a pretty slow pace of play, but they've really been able to dictate as of late what they've been doing. They also just have the better defense here. I think they're going to be able to, basically kind of, be able to dictate this and have this be something close to what this was before. I'm thinking it's going to be more right around that total of 136, 138 that it is at right now here. But the Flyers, if you take a look at them, they're 5-1 against the spread versus a team with a winning record. And it's the opposite here for St. Louis. They're 0-5 against a team with a winning record right now. So it's been a lot different with how these teams have been playing here lately. Dayton has, an EPA here of 94, so they are pretty decent on the offensive side. And St. Louis, on their defensive side, they're ranked 248th right now. So that's pretty big when you have a pretty decent offensive team going against a really bad defensive team. And then St. Louis, on the opposite side, they're sitting at 135th on offense and sitting versus a team with a 77th ranked defense. I like Dayton in this one. I'm going to go ahead and take them on the money line. I wouldn't mess with this. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it might be like a 2 to 4 point game. So take the money line here and run to the window after this one gets over today.
All right, Mindy, here on money line here with Dayton, the Flyers here. Hard to argue that one. As we talked before the show, I saw, St. Louis. That was a game that I circled in the non-conference when they went to Iona. That was something. I don't think it was it? Yeah, it was a true road game, but still they should have been able to handle that Metro Athletic team, and they got run off the court. And I said, wait, this is not the same St. Louis team that we've seen in past seasons where they used to have that really dominated home court, really good defensive team. But lo and behold, they already have 3 losses on the home court this year.
And I think that has a lot to do with it, right? I mean, it's just been momentum into conference play. I mean, I know you talk about it that when you go closer to this time of year, you kind of throw everything else out. Like, it doesn't matter what happened in December and January anymore. We're looking pretty much here at these February numbers, where they've played in conference and what they've done as of late. And I think that's something that I think we get skewed with, like, say, a Houston team, like we talked about a couple of days ago. They're like, well, you're like the 5th ranked best defense. How are you going to get an over game? So, I mean, it has a lot to do with how you're playing in these matchups and how these teams go. I mean, our job as handicappers is basically to be able to try to predict a better score or have a better formula than Vegas. And that's why we go through all these numbers and try to model out what we think these predicted scores are going to be. And where we can find these little variances is why we do this, for a living here. But I think the key to this game is definitely going to be playing against this, expected points average, this EPA sitting at 248 defensively for St. Louis. I just think that the Dayton offense is going to be able to run through that D here today.
That's right. Some of these teams, like a Dayton, you can look at the bracketology. This is an A10 team, right? You got to, you got to win the conference to be assured of a bid. Of course, you can also get in at large. Sometimes we see those bid thieves. Sometimes you can look at coaches' press conferences like Cronin. I mean, he kind of gave you a winner with UCLA yesterday, right? He was really upset. We shouldn't be a number 2 seed. Well, and of course, what do you know what's going to happen? Right? Right. Now, right. So you knew that these games at the end now are important for UCLA because what's in his mind is that we want that in 1 seed, right? We want to stay out west. Right. So that some of the coaches are showing their cards. So this time of the year, Mindy was talking about here, listen to some of what's on the minds of the coaches. You'll understand it, how the importance of these late conference games here. Even though UCLA is pretty much penciled in the tournament, they want that 1 seed. And if you saw that press conference, it gave you the winner last night. All right, Mindy here on Dayton here, money line minus 120 against St. Louis. This one to have a start time here of 7 Eastern time. ESPN2 has it on TV tonight. All right, Mindy, let's take a look over at TonySpix.com, where you've been on absolute fire this year. 5,636 units of profit. That's all documented over the site, showing great profit last 30 days, last 7 days. A lot on the board tonight. NBA, lots of college basketball, day and night again. Here we go. We're going to get these late night games out west as well. Hockey as well on the board. What do you have going on over at Tony Spix?
Well, I just couldn't find anything in hockey today. Do have some leans, but we'll just go ahead and pass that up for a huge NBA card today. I came up with 8 games in the NBA, so pretty excited about those plays. So you can definitely go ahead and pick up a 7-pack there. You can get my best bet, and you can also get a. Oh, my dogs just got me.
Oh no!
Okay, we survived, but they came out from under the backdrop. Goodness. But yeah, I mean, I have a late night 3-pack for a mixture of college and NBA basketball games. But I do have 5 NCAA college basketball games here tonight, so put that in with a 5-pack as well. So quite a few plays here on a Friday that usually it's been kind of slow for me. So I'm pretty excited for all this volume for a Friday night. But if you don't like these as individual plays, you could definitely go ahead and pick up something a little bit longer term. We've been running really, really well, collecting the data, spitting it out, and spitting out a bunch of winners. And that's what we're here to do. So go ahead and pick up something a little bit longer term. I mean, Tony's already talked about right now that you're getting yourself, almost into the NCAA national championship game. By getting one of those month-long packages. So make sure you pick that up. That's probably going to be your best bet right now to minimize that per unit play that you make. So we want to put those profits back into your pocket. So make sure you go ahead and do something a little bit longer term and use the promo code TonyT at checkout.
That's right. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save 20% off all of Mindy's premium pick packages. Of course, so you can click the link in the description below, and you'll land right on Mindy's page and go ahead and get signed up. You can see all the plays she has available today here on the site. And of course, as Mindy was talking about, is that 1-month pass. Get it. It's $66 off when you use the promo code TonyT at checkout, and that's how you'll roll with it. 30 days of plays from Mindy. It also includes baseball in there, as baseball starts here late in the month, so you get the few days here. Major League Baseball as well, but not from Mindy because she needs time to. I always forget that she needs time to get the data together. But don't worry, she'll be ready to roll. All right, Mindy, as always, great having you show. Continue that success. So we also can find you over on Tony's Picks Mindy, and of course we find you over on the Discord. And of course, you'll have the game lineup for tomorrow's show on the morning steam.
Yeah, I mean, I'm never going to wing it. Never just going to play plays just to do it. That's irresponsible to give out to my subscribers plays that, I'm unsure of. So that's what we do is pick out the best of the best, kind of like you talked about. Hey, if I think a game's gone under, but I've already lost 4 points of value, hey, am I really going to give that out as a premium? Probably not, right? So there are always going to be better plays tomorrow. So take your wins and losses for the day, move on. This is a game that we're doing this. It's an investment in the long term. That's kind of how we all look at it here at Tony's Picks. But you can find me on Twitter, where I have another play today in college basketball. So you can go ahead and check that out as well. And then also make sure you join us in the morning. We're going to try to break our record from Thursday already with a live chat group. The chat group has been pulling their weight today, especially in the Discord. Looks like we got Butterscotch, rounding up the crew here and getting them all winners here tonight. So we appreciate all the help. But we think whenever we can find consensus, we can go ahead and beat Vegas. And that's what we're trying to do. So make sure you get in the Discord. There's lots of plays in here for a Friday night since we missed the show this morning. But catch us tomorrow, 8 a.m. Central, every Saturday through Thursday. We go live, and we want to see your picks. Come with your, your list of what you like, and we'll let you know what we think. Do your due diligence, find your consensus, and make your plays. All we've been doing is spitting out winners here at this so far. Lots of winning tickets we see in the Discord there. And then I'll also go ahead and put up the lineup for tomorrow. That'll be in there later tonight. So again, post plays if you want to have us cover your favorite game there as well.
That's right, guys. So check out the Discord. We put the link there in the chat room, so go ahead and click it and get in there. A lot of picks there. Of course, follow Mindy there on the Twitter at Tony's Picks Mindy, and of course, check them out. Tomorrow on the morning steam, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications, so when Mindy and Ramon are live, you're live with them as well. Get the best numbers before the lines move. Don't take bad numbers. Don't take bad numbers.
Don't take bad numbers.
That's right. All right,
there'll be more games tomorrow. There'll be more games.
There'll be a lot of games tomorrow. Don't worry. There's a lot. There's a lot of conference tournament action.
All we do is leave winners on the table all the time, right? I mean, That's how everyone looks at it. Oh, I should have played that. I should have played that.
That's right. That's what happens. But all right, gotcha. All right, Mindy, have a great weekend, and we'll catch up with you again on Monday.
All right, will do. See ya.
You got Mindy Hahn here on Game Day Picks. Guys, with you here on Game Day Picks, Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Like, subscribe, set notifications, be live with us. get the best numbers here on our show with our picks here, right? You want to do that. And of course, take part in our chat room. Shout out there. See James up there. Hi, happy Friday to you as well. See Spill in there as well. We got Brent in there. Blake as well. Join the conversation there if you would. All right, let's continue on here on a Game Day Picks. Time for Ramon Scott. Catch him over at Tony'sPicks.com. He'll be putting up some fantastic numbers here on the site as you guys can check out the records. They speak for themselves. Ramon, what's happening?
Yeah, Tony, getting ready. I think it's a nice college basketball schedule tomorrow. Maybe we're missing, marquee events, but it's time to grind. This is conference tournament time. We got daytime ball. It's going to continue on here the rest of the month. Perfect scenario to build your bankroll.
It certainly is, especially as we've been in the grind since November. We know these teams pretty well. Some we know better than others, especially based on our time zones. This is a conference we follow because it's out our way. They play the games before the day changes, from the night changes to morning. So anyway, WCC TV, you're going to have to hunt this one online. I know in LA, it's Sportsnet, one of the Sportsnet channels. They kind of distribute these to these RSNs, so that's how you'll be able to find it. Or online. San Francisco here to host Pacific here. San Francisco laying 9, total sits here at 154.
Yeah, but just down the street here in Vegas, this one, about conference rivalry maybe, but it's been one-sided for years. It's all USF, usually winning 2 out of every 3 games with the Tigers. USF on the move, though, here, Tony. You talk about moving lines. They opened 7. Maybe a little higher, but now they're up to 9 against Pacific. We saw Pacific play in the opener last night. The way the WCC structures its conference tournament. Gonzaga, St. Mary, they're waiting up there in the semifinals for some of these teams. And the season series between these two is actually what determined pretty much the reason why Pacific had to open with a game and USF comes in here rested since February 25th. It was USF winning the season series 2-0, 76-68, back on February 16th at the Spanos Center. Also, they won 78-57 as a minus 11-point favorite at home. So it was that sweep that determined it really, because these two teams finished tied in the conference standings. USF, though, 18-13 overall. Pacific, 15-17. Tony, in those 2 matchups, USF shot 45%. If Pacific wants to get into a situation here where they think they can have a chance, they're going to have to rely on that top-notch three-point shooting. They're definitely one of the best teams in the country at shooting the three, but it's just a bad matchup, I would think, going up against a USF team that shot 45% in those 2 games, in those 2 meetings. So USF is 43rd in effective for field goal percentage. So I think Shabazz, he could have a monster game. He only had 2 points in the first game. They still won it. And then he came back with 26 points in the second game. I think you look down the line of the USF roster. Yeah, Keelan Boone, he lit it up last night, Tony. He was the one knocking down those threes last night, but he's a 13 points per game scorer. He practically doubled that last night. They do have Jordan Ivy Curry as well, but they're just poor defensively and they're a poor rebounding team. So I think there's going to be public support or sentiment. Even some of the talking Pacific here. They've shown just a little bit of life here of late, and of course yesterday the big 13-point win. They led by 13 in the first half, remember, but they allow 78 points per game. That's near the bottom. I mean, that's like in the 350s, and they allow 46% from the field in general. So I think they're just in the wrong matchup here. Talk about why you might see support. USF had that blowout loss to BYU, but they had won, I think, three in a row before that, or 3 or 4 were looking pretty good. Ran into BYU, and now they're off. It's not. I don't know if it's a case rest versus rest here. They haven't played since February 25th. I think that's just fine by USF. Pacific knows they're going to have to get into probably a shooting contest a little bit. I don't think it's going to work out with Shabazz and Roberts and Zaytoven in there for USF. So I got USF double digits here tonight against Pacific West Coast Conference Tournament.
All right, Ramon here on San Francisco here. The Dons here lay the 9 here against Pacific. Of course, Pacific coming off that win last night here against Pepperdine. And of course, first thing I look at here with this Pacific team is a 3-point shooting, and they were hot last night, 10 of 20 from 3. If you look at Pacific, the only thing they do great is make threes. Everything else is red. I mean, deep red in some of these cases, even on the glass. So 39% against the conference this year from 3, only 48% from 2. As I said, they stink in a lot of areas, but one area they do exceptionally well is those 3-pointers.
Yep, and they're going to be in a situation. You look at the total, and last night actually ended up going under in that game, I believe, with that win 160, and finished 155. The game just stopped there as it was over with the clock running down, so there was no chance of getting to that 160 here tonight. You're looking at 153 and a half. Pacific has only one choice. I mean, that's going to be, to outshoot, because the talent is deeper on USF. It's also a big factor in this game when you get down to like Zane Meeks in there. So I think that's where the differences lie. Just a longer, deeper roster in a way, and they're going to end up trading 3-pointers. Whether or not that'll get the total home, they're not overwhelmingly over teams, but it is interesting that it's less than last night's game, which was that Pepperdine Pacific game 160. I thought it would be a high-scoring game. It certainly was, but it didn't go over that total. Tonight, this might be reachable there, but again, I'm feeling support sentiment for Pacific, yet the line's moving. The sharps, to me, are saying USF. I want to be on that side.
Yeah, I think what was glaring here in that game last night, Pepperdine couldn't make a 3, but they shot 64% with 2-point shooting. So I think from the coach's standpoint with your San Francisco, hey guys, let's just go to the hole. We'll get enough easy looks at the basket. We can out-rebound this team that can't rebound a lick. We can probably scale back the threes a little bit more because we can damage this team inside. That's what you should do here. You saw Pepperdine 64% shooting at 2, 5 of 21 from 3. Scale back the threes. This team is weak, a weak gut, weak in the middle. This is conference tournament action. Let's try to win the game, and then you could win it going away here if you follow that strategy. San Francisco laying 9 against UOP. Remember they call them UOP back in the Big West days. This one here has
I still call them UOP.
They still call them UOP. That's right.
Do.
You do. Yep, UOP. This one will have a start time 11:30 Eastern time. You're going to have to go online in most areas except out in the West. You can probably find some RSNs. As long as they still have the lights on some of those RSNs, you'll be able to watch the game there. All right, Ramon.
Low blow.
All right, Ramon. Let's go over to Tony's picks right now. Ramon doing great work. 3,533 units of profit for 2023. He's been on absolute fire here for the year. Great profit last 30 days, last 7 days. What do you have going over at Tony's picks?
I actually hope this is the reboot that baseball television needs, Tony. They can fix it right here. Hey, tonight, Tony, at Tony'sPicks.com, I've got for you 5 games in the NBA. This big monster card tonight, we're not going to overlook that with this big college card. Let's go with a 5-pack tonight in the NBA for $35 profit guaranteed over at Tony'sPicks.com. Some of the best matchups tonight are on my card, so pick it up over there at Tony'sPicks.com. Heck, all these games are pretty interesting matchups. Even the crummy one at the top of the board at least has some intrigue to it. So good NBA card tonight. Pick up my 5 best plays over at Tony'sPicks.com. And also tonight in college basketball, Tony, coming up in just 90 minutes is my top play, and it's going to be in the game between Citadel and Mercer. Going to pick up this one, conference tournament action, over at Tony'sPicks.com. I've got the Tony's Picks special on there, Tony. $15 discount best bet today. Let's roll with it on this college card. I'm refinalizing a college night card right now. I want to see some of the information coming in still. And in the NHL tonight, Tony, got a 5-game card, and I found a 3-pack. There. Got missed Mindy today, so we didn't roll with. I got to come with a 3-pack today with no morning steam. So let's have a 3-pack tonight for $30 over at Tony'sPicks.com. I'm trying to keep up over there at Tony's Picks with some of these records, and NHL is one of the ways that I'm doing it right now. So 2 sides and a total tonight. A little bit different for me. I'm all about those NHL totals. That's, man, you can break down the menu. Just check it out for yourself. But I'm going to go with some sides tonight. 3-pack NHL, $30, Tony. UFC this weekend as well. Big one. I know everybody's talking about it. this is the return of John Jones, and certainly have a package. I'm going to probably have that main event in my card. Tony, what's going to happen when John Jones returns to the ring for the first time, the Octagon, first time in 3 years. So Jones up against a top-notch opponent certainly will get that UFC card, stacked UFC card, including Shevchenko in the co-main event as well, Tony. This one's going to be a hot one already in the UFC. So plus all the college basketball all weekend long. Stick with me on Tony's picks and pick up one of those 3-day, 7-day, 30-day. That's what you want to do right now at this time, because I've got plays flying fast and furious the way I'm going with this hot streak, Tony. Want to keep the plays coming to everyone and just keep them in action as well. Like I said on the show this week, Tony, right now, you look at Mindy. I don't know, she has a great philosophy. I probably should try to rein it in a little bit, but it's not so much finding the premiums on the board as finding the premium in the game at this point. There's a lot of opportunity out there. Yeah, leaving some on the table, you find other ways. Get them in free picks on the show here. Everything seems to be clicking pretty good right now at Tony's Picks, and we're feeling it. And prediction, record viewership tomorrow for our morning Steam show.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Ramon. You see the plays up there tonight. 5-pack from the NBA, NHL, 3-pack. Of course, the long-term passes will serve you well. We talk about that 1-month pass. Take a look at it here. On the 1 month, get all of Ramon's plays for 30 days, all NBA, NHL. College basketball is covered all the way until the championship game, so lots of coverage there. The promo code is TonyT at checkout, and you'll save 20% off. You can access Ramon's page by clicking the link you see in the description. Click the All Cappers tab, and you'll land right on Ramon's page, so go ahead and get signed up. All right, Ramon, we have content for you up there on Twitter as well. We catch you on the site. You have some more free picks. We find you on the Discord. The morning steam comes back tomorrow.
Trying to be everywhere, Tony, and it looks like already I'm missing out on happy hour in the chat. Isn't it a fun feeling when you're sitting on a Friday night with some winning tickets in your pocket and a margarita in your hand, watching the action, maybe even in this tournament time? But they're going a little crazy there in the chat. Look at this. We're already powering them down, but we make sure we get those plays in before we enjoy, and we'll see you tomorrow on the morning steam, predicting that record viewership. I'm going out there. I'm stepping out on a limb, Tony, feeling like we have a little bit of momentum from organically from our viewers to get in there and watch the show tomorrow. So we better make it a good one, and I'm sure we will, the way the picks have been going for the morning steam team. Mindy, Khan, and I join you at 9 Eastern and 6 Pacific, 8 Mindy time on Saturday for more morning steam. Go over the card, all the college basketball, all the pro basketball games, all the NHL hockey games, and selected college plays as well. We'll find some plays on the board with regular season wrapping up in most of those conferences and a tournament action as well. So join us for more morning steam tomorrow. Show is back for another week of action just in time for March Madness. And again, everything's different every day at this time of year. So these are the key points. This is when the bookmaker's a little bit worried, and this is when you gotta attack right now when it comes in March, because the games are disappearing. The teams are disappearing. You can't take advantage of some weak spots as we whittle it down. And, sure, we get more information when the games get bigger, but these are the games you're supposed to knock off right here, right now.
Yep, you go over the weak opponents of the Pepperdines of the world. We say goodbye. We're going to miss you. We're going to miss you, Pepperdine. And there's other teams
Wave
up there.
Goodbye to the Waves.
Wave goodbye to the Waves. There's some teams we're going to be missing as they're going bye-bye here. And, of course, you can also find the Ramon plays from Ramon here on the side here, our sponsored video right there. You'll get a free pick every day on the sponsored video. On the premium side, click the premium tab, and there you'll find the leaderboard video of Ramon recaps the leaders at TonySpace.com. And, of course, you'll get a free pick by seeing the leaderboard update as well. That's updated every day over at TonySpace.com, so check it out for Ramon Scott. All right, Ramon, it's always great having you show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow. I hope I may be up all night tonight. I haven't started, and my Saturday I haven't got anything started yet. I gotta do some show prep for the capper, because I'm getting a lot of responses from the cappers to do videos with. So I got a shoot here in about an hour. So looks like I might be pulling an all-nighter tonight.
Yeah, and one of the big things that takes a little bit more time, if you're really serious like we are, is when you get to this time of year, you got to fill out your schedule. You got to handwrite it. You just can't print it out. You've got to move up. Yeah, maybe some people might use some sites, but I like to have it in advance in rotation order. So I just have to write in those teams that have advanced, kind of like filling out your bracket in a way, because you just have the little 4-time slots or whatever. Maybe the seeded teams are in there, but you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, no doubt about that. Everyone, have a great night. We'll catch up with you next week. Ramon Scott here on Game Day Picks. Guys, with you here on Game Day Picks, Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications. We want you guys live with us. Get the plays in real time. Of course, you want to make sure you get the right numbers and get great information here from Ramon and Mindy here on the morning on our afternoon show. Also, as I mentioned, we have arranged already had our GM set it all up. I'll be having some more cappers, doing some one-on-one with some of the New York cappers. We'll have probably on today in about an hour from now, and we'll have some more cappers. Collins will be joining me, Josh, and more. Getting a lot of feedback. Hollywood Sam, there's been a lot of folks that want to do some videos. I would work with them one-on-one. What I did is I kind of set my calendar up, open up some slots for them, and they kind of pick and choose the days they want to do it with me. We aren't going to go live. We'll just do a pre-record in the beginning, maybe go live a little later once they get a little more experience. But yeah, there'll be a lot more content coming from our cappers. We kept saying it, but now we finally we just got to have the process together where everyone's on the same page and we can get our schedules together. We're using Calendly, I think it is, so I can just put in the days I have available, time slots, and then they go in there and pick the time hours they want with me. And of course, Pravi's going to be here with me in about an hour. Won't be live; it'll be on demand and uploaded. All right, let's continue here on Game Day Picks. Now it is time for my game. Let's go ahead. Let's see if I've got my game up here for you. Here we go. We're looking at this Hornets and Magic game. Charlotte here is the dog. It's Orlando laying 4, total 225. I don't want to look here at a side in this game. I just don't trust Orlando right now, but I do trust that we're not going to get a lot of scoring here. So I like under the total of 225. I really thought with ball out that we were going to see some scoring issues here from this Orlando Magic team, and we saw that there in the game with Phoenix. I mean, people were kind of struggling. Oh, do I lay 10 points with Phoenix? I think I thought to myself, I made it a premium. I just thought it's going to be a less sweat. Taking the under in that game is going to be a less of a sweat than trying to sweat Phoenix to cover 10 on the road, even though they did. But again, we're looking here at the injury here to Ball. Martin is out, as well as Washington is questionable. Isaac is someone who's out here for Orlando. But again, here looking at this Charlotte team, they have defended well. Of course, that's Clifford, their coach. He wants a good defensive philosophy there, but it's the offense. When you look over their past 8 games at home, they're averaging just 110 points per 100 possessions, and that number is going to go down without Ball in the lineup. And that's how I feel about it. And both teams are trending to the under here. So that's where we'll go here, under total here with this Orlando and Charlotte game tonight. This one will have a start time here of, I think we get it up for you here, at 7 Eastern time. All right, guys, check out Tony'sPicks.com. Tonight, I have a place up on the board here. Let me get my profile up here. So we got 4 premium plays. We got a best bet tonight going off here in the NBA. Also a 3-pack with NBA and college basketball bundled together. So check me out right now over at Tony'sPicks.com with the best bet up there on the board. You can get on board there with me. Or the longer term pass of my 3, 7, or 30 all sports pass. You'll get all my premium plays. You get all my premium plays that period of time you select. When you go to my handicapper page and make that purchase, remember that 1 month all sports pass that will cover you all the way until the championship game. And of course, all the NBA, as well as the first few days of Major League Baseball. All right, let's continue on here with Game Day Picks. Now it's time. Let's go ahead and recap the plays from today's show. All right, we had today, Mindy was on Dayton money line -120 against St. Louis. Ramon, San Francisco laid the 9 against Pacific. And I'll be here on Magic Hornets under the total of 225. All right, that's going to do it here for this edition of Game Day Picks, guys. Make sure you tune in again Monday live at 3 Eastern time. We'll do it all over again, bringing our cappers from Tony's Picks. Look up their plays here in prime time here for those games for Monday. So tune into our show Monday. Remember, we have live shows here for you here on Saturday, Sunday. It's the Morning Steam, 9 a.m. Eastern time with Ramon and Mindy. So make sure you guys tune into that and as well. And of course, make sure you head over to our Discord and make sure you get in your requests, because they cover all the pro games, but only a select few games from college. Not every college game. So if you have a request, I recommend right now that you guys head on over to the Discord and put in your request for the games tomorrow in college hoops. It's very simple. Just follow the link you see in the description and get on over there and get in your request. Lots of content from our community here. We only really advertise the Discord on our live show, so everybody knows each other. We like that you use your YouTube handle for the sign-in handle there on Discord, so everybody knows you. See Butterscotch in there, TJ in there as well. Blake you'll see in there as well. Lots of contributions. A lot of folks putting in their picks, as well as putting in player props, which we don't really do here. We don't document those yet, but you can see lots of information there as player props coming in. We appreciate everyone's contribution. They're helping each other out here in a civil manner, and that's what we like there. Also, some folks sharing some of their casino action there as well. So fun place to be, fun place to go hang out there on the Discord. All right, that's going to do it here for our show here at Game Day Picks. And a reminder, guys, be sure to look today on our timeline for Pravi's picks. Pravi's got about 4 picks that he's going to put in. We're going to go over in about an hour from now. Won't be live, but it'll just be pre-recorded. A lot of the cappers are going to start working with me as we get them on our channel and giving out their videos. So at least got a good handful of them, so keeping me busy. All right, that's going to do it for our show today. Let's bring in our cappers here from today's show. And we're going to wait goodbye, guys. You guys have a great afternoon. Make it a great weekend. We'll talk with you again here